Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Tiana with Storyhouse Books. So today we're going to do this video. Today we're going to do a tutorial on these. This is a file folder that I made with a specimen slide window. I got this, the inspiration for this was one of Seven Plaza's Holiday Bites videos, and I will link that video in the description, as well as the supplies that I'm using, and where to get them if I can remember. Okay, so I guess this is a specimen slide file folder. Supplies and what you're going to need. So for this particular one, I used Holtz Kraft paper in black. I also have, we're going to make one in black and one in green. These craft papers, these are, I believe these are 5x9s, I want to say, or 6x9s. Let me double check this real quick. I forgot to measure it before we start. Yes, they're 6 by, I know they're not 10. 6 by, yeah, they're 6x9s. I used the whole piece, except for a little bit that I cut off because I made a mistake. I was trying out different ways to make tabs. So on that note, you know, like I've showed you guys how I make file folders, but just by cutting the tab. So this morning I tried 2 different ways to make the tab instead of having to cut it. I tried this little device that I got from Temu. It's just like the one you get from Memory Keepers. This was like a third of the price. And it makes tabs, so that's exactly what it's for. It's also a corner rounder. And then I tried with this. I got this at a thrift store near where I live, and it's a We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board. And I got this for $4. It's brand new. So this piece right here actually punches little divots that you'll see in this picture here. And people have been known to use those to make the tab of the file folders, or just tabs in general. Tried them both, and I found this works much better. So I'm going to have to figure out a different use for this, because I do not like the tabs that this one makes. Actually, let me just show you on a piece of scrap paper. I do not like them, and they're way too tall, and they kind of look funky. So the way this works is you put the piece of paper here and going sideways, it'll catch it. And this part will make the left side tab, or left side of the tab, right? So there it is. Now you flip it, and depending on how long you want it, like usually small, medium, large here, you would go up to that little insignia, or a little symbol there. So just for giggles, I'm going to go for the medium one. And now see, now that's just really tall. So just to get an idea, once you punch the tab, you want to cut off the surrounding pieces. Now, if this was a file folder, let me just do it just so you can really get an idea of why I just don't like the way it looks. So this was the file folder, the top of it. That's what my tab would look like, right, as compared to this. So I just don't like the way it looks, right? I mean, some people might like it that way, but I would prefer it to look like this, like an actual, closer to a tab. That just looks a little bit funky to me. It'd be great for a page tab, but just not for file folders. So, anyway, so again, for making tabs for file folders, we're going to use this guy. Because what that one does, well, let me just show you what that one looks like. Ooh, get rid of this thing. Right? What this one does is you put your paper in. Let me go this way so I can actually show you. Put your tab or your paper in, right? Let's just say you want your file tab on this side, all right? So you go in, and this little notch here, this is what cuts out the notch. So you kind of want to decide how long or wide you want your file folder tab. And then you just punch down, and it cuts this little notch out. Now, if my file folder was, let's just say, this wide, let me cut off this piece here so it's not confusing. Let's say this is the top of my file folder, right? So all I would have to do here is come along and cut off this extra to where that valley ends, or that little notch ends, like that. And see? That is the tab for the file folder. Looks just like this one, right? So that's why I like that one a little better. Or this one a little bit better. But up to you. You guys decide how you want to do it. Right, so, okay, let's put this back in the scrap pile. Alright, so we're gonna make this supplies you're going to need for this. If you're not, you don't want to cut and you have the supplies, get your envelope punch, your notch puncher there, or you can cut for this tab. The paper, like I said, is Holtz Kraft paper is what I used. They're 5x9s. I used the whole sheet to make this size. This size actually ends up being 6 by, if I go all the way up to the top of the tab, 6 by 4 1/4. Probably going to be closer to 5 because I did cut a piece of this off while I was playing with tabs. Anyway, we're also going to need acetate or packing material, anything clear plastic you can use. Some labels. You're going to need brads, obviously. Some eyelets are a nice touch. I distressed the edges, so I use my scissors to distress the edges, you know, to scrape them. Tim Holtz does have a little device, a little circular tool that you can use. If you have that, I don't, so I just use my scissors. I also inked it with the distress ink in Scorched timber, so you'll need that and your dauber. You'll also need, I already said eyelets, I said labels, corner rounder, okay? Also going to need, if you have it, some sort of punch. This is my crocodile. If you don't have that, whole punch works fine. It's just for putting in the eyelets and the brads. Or you can use an awl to do that as well. You'll need a craft knife of some sort. This is the one I get from Hobby Lobby. Very sharp. Fits in the hand really nice. And that would be for cutting out this hole here and the cutting up there. Scissors, whatever ones you need. And bone folder is a nice instrument to do the creasing. I think that's it for, well, you are going to need glue, so pick and choose. This is art glitter, and here's from Fabric Tech. I used art glitter for this project. I normally will pick art glitter first, because my first choice for paper on paper. Okay? Alright, so I think that's all the supplies we're going to use, so let's try to give us some room to work here and get started. If I can give myself some room. I don't know if that's possible. Just put this right there, put this up here, and I'll grab it when I need it. All over here, I want to grab that when I need it. Alright, we can move the ink out of the way. Grab that when I need it as well. And yeah, I'm going to move the labels over here. And punch over here. Alright, now we have some room to work. Oh, and if you have it, I forgot, sandpaper. So, because we're going to distress the front cover. What's cool about his Tim Holtz Kraft paper is that you can rub it with sandpaper and it brings up the craft paper color through it. So you can see that. I use sandpaper over the whole thing and distressed it even more, right? Versus that's what the original color is. And then that's what I did. Yeah? Cool. You can also use an emery board, like your nail file, to do this as well. Okay? So, alright, let's get started. So this is what we want, right? And, let's see, what did I do with my acetate? There it is, okay. It's clear, so I don't ever know where I put it. Alright, so let's grab the black piece here. And we're going to go ahead and punch the tab, or make the tab. This time I'm going to make it on the left side here. And I'm doing it on this side because I'm going to flip it up, right? So you can see the black. So I'm going to put that right at about a 1/2 inch right here. Punch that down. And there's my tab. Then you can either freehand this or you can take a ruler and mark it. Let's take a ruler and mark it. Or you can use your paper cutter, right? And what did I do with my mechanical pencil? I don't have it anywhere that I can see it. So let's just use a pen and just do it really lightly, yeah? And we're going to cut this off. Still getting used to these nails that I have. My daughter was calling them Beetlejuice nails because I wanted to do black and white all at the same time. So, anywho, scissors. Yes. Alright, we're just going to cut along that real light line that we made. And bam. There's our tab. Now, alright, next part, we're going to fold this up to here. Now you can decide how far up or how much of the tab you want to show, right? I usually leave about close to, it's more like an 1/8 of an inch showing, right? Alright, I'm going to press this down. This stuff is really thick, so you kind of press down really hard, and you're definitely going to need something to crease it, because it won't do it on its own. There's some glue on there. There is. So I was like, why is this sticking? Okay. Alright. Alright, make sure I'm in frame here. Yeah. Yeah, am I? Yeah, I am. Okay. Alright, so we got the crease there. Right? There we go. We'll do it one more time. I like folding it the other way and doing a crease sometimes too. Alright, now, got that done. Next thing we're going to do is take your corner rounder. You can round your corners here. Now, I use two different sizes on the main main corners. I use a 7mm, but on the tab, I drop down to 4. Okay, easy peasy. That's done. All right, now we're going to distress it, and yeah, we'll distress it first, meaning we're going to distress the edges. We'll ink the edges, and we'll distress the front. Okay, so let's start with the edges. And we'll go ahead and I'm going to grab my scissors. And what you're going to do is just scrape down the edge like that. Now if you have the Tim Holtz tool, awesome, use that. I don't. So I thought about buying it the other day. I saw it at Joann's. They're starting to stock more Tim Holtz. It's funny, like Hobby Lobby is stocking less Tim Holtz, and Joann's is ramping up. I actually saw the tonic brand in there for the, you know, some scissors, the distressing tools. What else? The little mini paper cutter. It's the 8.5 inch one. So yeah. I mean, I don't really have much reason to go to Hobby Lobby now, except for maybe tape. Double-sided tape is what I really normally get over there. I don't. Maybe the paper pack, maybe, because they do have a couple paper packs they keep in stock that I like Haberdashery and a couple other ones. And their craft papers are pretty good. So I'm just having less and less reasons to go there. But you know, it seems like they're ramping down everything in their paper crafting section. All right, almost done here. Now I'm only going to do the front of this and then the top, as far as just resting it with my scissors, right? Once we do this, then we'll ink the edges, and then we'll distress the front with the sandpaper. And this just gives it the edges a really rough kind of look, which is what I want. This is going into my Spooky Grunge book of folios that I'm working on. Somewhere in there. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, now let's grab some ink. Okay, sorry, a little bit more right there. Yeah, that looks good. Sorry, I just want to even it out a little bit. Okay. Now, sandpaper, and we'll do the front. So just take your sandpaper and rub it around for your emery board. I know the camera's shaking, so I'm going to try to do this a little slower. You're going to want to bear down on it a little bit to get that craft paper color to show through. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to make the lines on it. So on normal file folders, you know, there'll be the lines. Here are the creases. I want to copy that. So I wherever the crease is or the fold is, I mark an 1/8 and 1 notch, and I'll do 3 or 4 depending. So I'll do 4 on this one. And see, now it's got those horizontal lines that you would normally see. You can see that on a file folder. So like I said, I wanted to replicate that, so I did that with the scoreboard real quick. Okay, now let's continue stretching. I almost forgot, because when you start using the sandpaper on it like this, it brings out those lines even more to be able to see them. Now you don't have to do the whole cover like I'm doing. You can just do spots if you want, or the whole front rather. But I want this whole thing to be grungy looking and old and weathered. Alright, let me grab a little paintbrush here and get all the dust off of this, because it will produce, see my fingers? It does produce that dust on there. Alright, so I grab a baby wipe and get that off my fingers, because if I touch any other color of paper, it's going to leave little black fingerprints on there. What is that? I got glue under my nails. There we go. Okay, that's good. I think it's pretty good. Alright, moving on. Alright, so now we've grunged the cover bill a bit. I might do a little bit more as we go along, but for the sake of this tutorial, that's good for now. Now I'm going to eat my edges, get that out of the way. Okay, and then around the top where the tab is, I'm actually going to darken it up a little bit, just where it's visible here, and then use a blending tool to soften that down. I just want it to look, like I said, I want it to look a little bit weathered and handled, right? So if this part would be exposed to the environment, as it would if it was folded like this, it would be darker than the inside, right? Okay. That is bugging me right there. Even that out. Okay. It's a little better. Ooh! Dropping everything. Okay. Alright. Good deal. Alright, now... Okay. Oh, I also like to do this too, because when you open it, I want that part just to look a little old too. So I'll reverse fold it and do the inside crease as well. So when you open it, it's kind of like, you know, looks like that. All right, now prep on it's fine and done. Next piece we're going to do is we're going to cut this hole, right? So I have some pre-cut specimen slides here, and we're going to do this one in. See what colors do I have cut. I've got gray, craft color, and black. I have a green one. Do you want to do green? Or you want... I think I might go with green. That's the cutout. We might use that. I already did one in gray. We have a tan color. Let's see. What am I into today? Green or the brown? Kind of digging on the brown a little bit. Yeah, I'm digging on the brown. So we're going to do the brown. Let me find its matching little cutout. Okay. So, moving on. So, we're, if you'll notice here, I've actually glued it down, so we don't need this piece for right now. We're going to use it, but not yet. So, I'm going to cut this piece off. Now, I cut this with the Tim Holtz die. If you don't have that die, Seven Plaza does have a video, if I can remember. I'll link it in the description of how to make these without a die. I don't know how to do that. I mean, I don't have some of the punches she has. Or the patience, honestly, to do it that way, because it is very taxing to do. So if you have the die, we're going to cut this piece off. And we're going to use it in a second. So we only need the actual slide. Okay? Now, I'm going to place this on here. And I'm going to actually trace the inside because we're going to cut it out with an X-Acto knife. So let me grab that pin again. And we're going to just trace it real quick. Okay? Now, if you want, you can go ahead while you have it and ink your slide, because we're going to be doing that at some point anyway. So I might as well get it done while we have it in our hand. And I'm going to go ahead and poke out the holes that are already cut into this. Just poke out the little circles out of it. Okay. Alright, so this is the second video I've done this weekend. Actually, this is the third, I think. Yeah, I did mini blank journals yesterday. This morning I did part 8 of the Victorian folio. We've already finished up almost. I just got to do some embellishing on it. And that one's done. And this is the third. We're doing this as a tutorial. This is a tutorial on the Specimen slide file folders. So that's usually my max that I do is 3. I've done more before on a weekend, but this one might be my last one for the weekend. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I have the energy to work on the Victorian one right now. That's all embellishments, and I don't know. Maybe I'll get to it today. I'll try to, because Vicky is waiting on it, and I need to get it done for her. Alright, that's good enough. Alrighty, we are going to use this piece, so I would go ahead and ink this one also. So we are going to use it. It's going to be this piece over here. Okay, got that over there. This piece we may or may not use, but most likely we will. Okay, now let's get to the cutting over here. So I have this. This is one of my craft tables. So it's not a self-healing one, but I don't mind if I cut into it. So it's my ex-husband's. So I don't mind if I cut into it. Okay, so I can do this without the glare is really messing with those lines for me. Alright, so if you have your craft mat, whether you want to slide that underneath here while you're cutting. Let me see if I can do this with the light bouncing off of it. Alright, so far so good. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it by saying that. Got to find out. Alright, pretty good. Okay, let's just make sure we got enough of it out that our slide covers it, which I think we did. Oh, we got a little still showing down here in the corner and up here on the left. Okay, so let me straighten this one out. Okay. And I think we had some showing down here in the corner. It looks like it's crooked. You can see that bit. Straighten this line out, and that ought to get it. Alright, let's see if we got it now. I'll hold it up to the light so I can see, because against this black table I can't see it, whether or not I missed it or not. Okay, and then we go over. Come on. I still miss it? Looking through it at the light, you guys, sorry. I can't really tell against the black table. Nope, still miss a little bit. So up here, still showing. So let's get some of this off. Oh, darn it. Come on now. This is probably the most fiddly part, is cutting this window out. Cut some more here too, just to make that line straight, because it's bugging me. Come on now. Work with me here. I think we got it this time. Let's see. Well, that corner's got a piece sticking up. Let's get that off. Like I said, this is the most fiddly part of the whole thing, of the whole process, really. The rest of it is pretty easy. I'm trying to get that darn corner right. Okay. Now, let's see how we did. Yep, that got it. Okay, so we should be good now. Yep, we're good now. Okay, so next part is I'm going to go ahead and cut out a piece of acetate, put that down, and then we're going to glue this piece down. So for the acetate, it's going to be glued on the inside, so as long as it covers the window, you're good. It doesn't have to be perfect. So it'll cover right here, yeah? So let's flip this over and glue that down. Now I'm going to use art glitter glue. Hopefully it's not clogged. And just go around the edges. Okay, then I'm going to take it and flip it over and press down. And make sure that glue doesn't get anywhere near that window. So when you press it down, I press away from the window as I'm moving the glue. So make sure it doesn't get towards that opening. Okay, and I'll go back around once I press the glue away. And that ought to do. Yes, got a little bit of glue right there. All right, put our no, I still gotta use that. So now we're gonna take our slide and we are gonna glue that on top of here. Yeah? Now at this point, you can do one of two things. You can do something before you actually glue this down. If you want to put brads in these holes, do that now. I would use these small little black ones. If you want to, we can do that on the next one. But I'm actually going to use Ranger's Enamel. What do they call it? I forgot its supply. Enamel accents. Once it dries, it looks like a little. Looks like enamel. So, yeah, I like the way using that allows this slide to lay flat. Versus with the brads, you got to deal with the legs, right? At this, you do not. Okay. All right. That is down. I think. Yep. We don't have any black showing, that's good. And that glue will dry clear. Now, what I didn't do was I didn't ink the inside of that slide. Where did I do my dauber? So we can go back and do that real quick. Real carefully, like. And just rub this along the edges. Doesn't have to be perfect. But it does help with the dimension if it is inked. Alright. Okay, we're going to do a little bit more distressing with the ink. And then I'm going to take my blending brush and just rub it a little bit. Yeah? And I'm actually going to take my shirt here and I'm going to get all the fingerprints off of here. I want it clear. Just a tissue or something will help with that. Get that rid of that. Okay, now we're clean. Okay, Next part is, all right, Sienna, so what are we going to do? We're going to put brads. Well, this one, I put brads, excuse me, here and here, okay? You'll see the enamel dots here on the slide, and then I use eyelets here and here using this piece, yes? So we'd go right here. So what you're going to do, I think this time I'm going to put brads here in all 4 corners this time. And I still use the enamel dots here and here. I'll do that closer to the end because they do take a minute to dry, right? And then we'll do these eyelets as well. So, how do we do that? Let's do this. We're going to fold this back. I'm going to plug up my glue so it doesn't clog too terribly bad. Alright, put that to the side. Alright, as far as brads, I'm going to use up what I've got left before I open a new pack. So we're using this brushed nickel color. I can get it open. Alright, we'll need 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The reason we're doing the brads first because this part acts kind of like a closure on the side. It wraps around. Okay, it keeps it from being completely open, right? So you don't have to use a closure. And you can just put things, you know, put whatever inside there like that. And it'll hold it, right? Anywho, so yeah, this is what we're doing first. We're going to do the brads first. I'm going to use my awl to poke the holes. You can use your crocodile, whatever you want to do. Just poke your holes in. So yeah, we're doing this before the closure because once we put the closure on, putting the eyelets in the bottom, even this one over here is kind of hard. So let me flip this over so I can see a little bit better where I'm putting these holes. No, okay, so we're here. I think I got, it's a little low. Right there, looks good. Okay, and then this one is in here. Alright, we're going to go right there. Just do a little twisting and get it in there. Alright, here's our holes for our brads. Now we just take these. It's not easy with these nails. It's like grabbing it with the chopsticks will be easier. Alright, put them in there and open up the legs there. And then you may have to move them a little bit so make sure they're hidden behind the back there. So I'm going to just turn them like that. And then normally I'll take the end of my awl and flatten it out. Right? Okay, let's keep going with the other brads. Okay. There's the hole. Come on. There we go. Just turn this one a little bit. There we go. Flatten that out. Okay. And the last one. Turn this one a little bit. And that one looks pretty flat. So let's double check here. Alright, so there we go. There are our brads. Right? Cool, yeah? Alright, next piece going on will be this guy over here. So just decide where you want it. I'm going to put it a little off this time. I think I was kind of even with this one in this one. But this time I'm going to put it, oh, maybe a little bit further down, I think. And what you're going to do is just, because you're going to want to fold into a gusset into this. So once I fold this back, like so, make sure that it's even, right? Alright, then I'm going to make a gusset here, so I'm going to fold it again. Now you can score this if you want to make it. I'm just doing it by hand. I'm going to do right there. So you just kind of roll it up and then press down and it'll give you a little gusset like that. Now, you can also take your bone folder and then, which I'm going to do, and give that a good mash down. And there you go. There's your gusset, right? So it should look like this on the top, side, front. And that's going to go like this. Okay, you glue it to the back and to the front. But before we glue it to the front, is this even? No, it's not. Now it is. Okay. Before we do that, we're going to punch some holes and put some eyelets in, yeah? So, basically, I'm going to go above these notches and put the holes. So I've actually measured this little piece here. Just push it to the desired depth you want it, and then just slide over. That way you haven't got it's not as hard or you don't have to eyeball it as much. And try to get it directly above that notch is the idea, right? And then just slide it over. If you can get it above that notch, is ideal. Whew, good, we got it. All right, cool. So that's what what it should look like. Kind of looks like a door hinge, as a matter of fact. Now I'm looking at it. All right, now grab your eyelets, and I'm going to use the bronze ones. Okay. Time to buy some new ones, or some more, not new ones, but more. Okay. Running a little bit low. I swear, I feel like I just got those. Alright, there we go. And that's what that should look like. You put your eyelets away, we're done with those. And let's see, now we're going to glue this on here. So, I'm going to glue the back part first. Once I decide on the position. Right there looks good to me. So, let's grab paper to paper. So we're going to grab our art glitter glue. Yeah. And get a good amount on there. Press that down. Make sure that's where I wanted it. And yeah, that's where I want it. Okay. Press that down. Oop. Sliding on me a little bit. Alright, that should be good. And then you're going to glue down the other side. Now, because you've got these eyelets in there, I had to, when I was doing the first one, use some clips to hold it down while the glue sets. Okay? So, just FYI. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to put a pretty good bit of glue on this part. Alright, now I'm going to press this down, and be careful not to close off your gusset, so you want to actually only bend it where your fold is. Make sure that's even in the front, and start pressing down on that. Now, like I said, because the grommets raise it up a little bit, I'm going to use my clips to hold down the edges so that it actually sets, and then hold the middle there. Okay. So while that's setting, okay, put that right there, let that set. Time to pick up your labels, and we're almost done, you guys. So we're going to decorate the labels. We're going to decorate the tab, of course, and then we're going to put some stuff here and label there. Where did I put my labels? Labels. Did I put them away? No. I put them to the side, like I said I was going to. Da-da-da. Here we go. Let's see, how are we doing on time? 39 minutes. Okay, we may need or may only have time to make just one of these after we decorate it. Okay, let's pick out some labels. Yes? Alright, so I want one here. I'm going to put another big one right there. I like that last one. And the big label. Let's see if I've got a bigger one in here. Let me check my other label boxes here. I've got one that's like just large labels. I don't even remember where I got that one over there. That's perfect. It was an entomology one. So let's see if I've got one in here. Oh, here we go. That'll work. Yeah? I like that one. Right there. That one will work. And then we'll add some more, of course. So let's put this one on. Let's ink this one really good. Didn't realize it would take me this long to make one. Or that it took me this long. I think I was yakking a lot in the beginning of the video, so sorry about that. But, you know, we're just going to make another one the exact same, just a different color folder and different labels and stuff, so it wasn't going to be much different. I'm going to go ahead and give this a nice wrinkle right down the center like that. Maybe one more short one. There we go. And I might even grab my stamps to do some speckling on here. Do I have that around here? I do. Ha ha ha. That and some archival blacks will actually will show. Because I would have normally gone for my VersaFine Clair in black, but it doesn't dry against his craft paper. It doesn't dry. Doesn't do it. So don't even try. Yeah. So, okay, let's glue this down. I think I want it to cover that corner a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Got one there. And I want to label here. So let's see what we've got in here. Let's see if I've got another entomology like one. Ooh. Did I see one? I do see a few in here. Actually. No, I don't like that one. What's that? I know I've got another whole sheet that we could use, but or I could cut off of. It's on the other side of the tape, on the other side of my room. I was hoping I'd find one in here already done. Well, poo. That'll work. Actually, oh wait. I don't want to use that blue. You know what? I'm going to go grab that sheet of labels that I just printed. Ooh, that one would be good later. There, maybe. That I just... How about this one I can do? That'll work. That will work, y'all. Alright, let's use that one. Dirty it up a little. It's still too bright for me. Alright, I'm going to put this one right about here. Maybe a little bit off of the slide a little bit. Yeah, off the slide a little. Alright, let's put that down. About there, I think is good. Yep. And this should be dry by now, so let's go ahead and pull these clips off. We should be good. There. Yep. Looks good to me. Alright, see? Pretty cool, yeah? Alright, I like this. I don't need that one right now. I want a number on there. I don't think I want it the same color, though. Actually, I don't mind it, to be honest with you. I want to put another label there, maybe. I think that will work. I'm going to cut this a little bit better. My nails are getting in the way of me cutting. Alright, did I cut that even? No. I'm usually really good at cutting the straight lines. This thing's so tiny. Alright. So I don't know if I want to put a signature stamp on there. I think I might later. But for the sake of time, I won't do that today. Probably off camera I will. You guys will see this in my Spooky Grunge book of folios that I'm working on. Okay, we'll put that about there. Yeah, that's good. Let's grunge it up some more though. Too bright, too bright. Too bright, too bright, too bright. There we go. Here. That's a spot for it, I think. Right, that's even. And then we'll grunge up these edges so I don't see the white. Pull this one down. Put that right there. I think, yeah, I like it there. Okay, and I think I want another label over here on the side, if I have to find one that I like. Like right there? Maybe, yes, right there. I can't read it, I don't know what it says, but it's going there anyway. Yes, yes, yes. And I might put one on top of that slide too. Just for giggles and just for kicks. You can never have too many labels. I don't care what they say. Alright. I'm going to grab my tweezers so I can mess with this one a little bit better. Which way's up? Which way's up? Is it? Yeah, it's that way. Okay. Let's see here. I want to put it on the slide, but off the slide, and not even with this window. Yeah. All right. Now I've got to put something up there. How about some sort of number? Yeah. Or we want to put one of the tiny curator ones in there. Ooh, that might work right there. What do you think, y'all? Right there? Yeah, I think so too. So these were cut with my Cricut, so that's why there's the white. It didn't cut on the lines exactly perfect when I did the print and cut feature, which is fine. Just glad I didn't have to cut all these out by myself. And I don't use my Cricut enough as much as I should. I have to admit that. I'm sure my husband would agree. I purchase it and then I don't use it like I was said I was going to justify the expense. That happens every day. I guess I don't have to worry about that anymore now, do I? Since the split. Anyway, okay, so we are going to attach this label. I think I want to put that on it or above it? On it. On it, on it, on it. A little on, a little off. Yeah? What do you guys think so far? Yeah? I'm kind of going to put something down here. Just to look at it, let me see. What if I put another one? No. If I did another one, I'd put it there, but... or up here would be a nice spot. I think I'm going to leave it alone. And I am going to put something up there, though. So we're going to put this little label that I stamped, filed. We're going to grunge it up, and we're going to put that up there a little crooked. Crooked, she says. Yes, I said it, crooked. So it looks like it was sliding off a little bit. I like that look on file folders. That's just, you don't have to do that, just my thing. I like doing it. I like it. I like doing it, totally doing it. What I mean by a little crooked, I mean a little crooked. So it's going to go on like so, a little jacked up, right? Like that. Just a little bit off, like me. I'm a little off. And I think I'm going to leave that for now. I want to put like a big number on there. Like a huge number. What? I know I've got some big numbers in here. Yeah, over here. I really want to put a big old number up there. Just cuz. What do you think about that one? That's a big number. How about a bigger number? What do y'all think? I like that big number. Maybe the 4. I kind of like the 226. What do we think? That one or? I'm kind of leaning towards this one. I think I'm going to do that one because I don't want this to be the center of attention. And it would be if I put it up there like that. Alright, let's do these edges and get this one down. And then I think we can call it for this one. Oops, too bright, too bright, too bright, too bright. I think there's a little cut in there, so gotta be careful it doesn't rip. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a little cut right there, it looks like. So that'd be Bowie Calfo. Bowie Calfo. We'll put this down. Because I don't know. Tells the truth. Okay, and then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to curl up that corner. I didn't put glue on it, I don't know if you noticed. I didn't put any glue over here on this corner. I'm going to curl it with my tweezers. So I'm going to grab the corner and just turn my tweezers like that. And it gives it a little curled corner. See? Makes it look a little even more, a little more used and abused, and the labels are curling up a little bit. Like that. Here. And we'll just ink that a little bit. Now we have a curled up corner. Can we do that over here too? No, that one's down. Those are all down. But yeah, isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? I think it's cute. Yeah, there we go. Come on now. Stay curled. Get it, curl it and then pull out. Like that. There we go. That looks good. Alright, you guys, I think we're done. Now, we could have continued and put a bug back here, or maybe an image or a paper doll right there. But for the sake of the tutorial, that's pretty much it, you guys. So we've done 2. Both of them with the black craft paper. I like them. What do you guys think? I think they're cool. You can always add more labels if you wanted to. Oh my god, we forgot. The enamel dots. We gotta put those on in the corners of the slide. We can't finish before that. Jeez, what was I thinking? Of course it's clogged. Ugh, irritating. Let me poke a hole in it real quick and then we'll put those in there. Alright, got that. Wipe that off. A big old clot in there. I got out. Alright, let's test it over here. Away from our slide. Make sure it's coming out. Yep, we're good. Alright, so with these, how these work, you just put a little dot on wherever you want it, right? So being very careful to put too much. And there we go. Looks like a little Brad, right? Now the trick is to practice with this because it can go sideways really easy. So you gotta be very controlled with the amount you put down on it. Oh, that's one of the better ones I did. Look at that. Alright, now wipe off this tip before it hardens. Okay. Where's top? Okay, so now we're done. Initially, we could always add a little bit more here and there if we wanted to, but I think we did good. So you'd let those, if you're using the enamel dots, let that dry before you touch it. It does take a little bit. So here we go. These are our Specimen slide file folders. I think they look great. They are going into my new spooky, grungy, last of the season kind of book of folios that I'm doing. I gave you guys a sneak peek in the video earlier today, and I haven't worked on it yet. So next sneak peek is maybe a couple of videos. You guys can see how much further along I got. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you guys for joining me today. If you're new to our channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell to get notified if and when. There's probably be maybe another one today and then next weekend. And I upload new content. If you like the video and like the tutorial, please hit the like button and help our channel out, help it out to get out to more people. And leave a comment, please. Let me know what you thought. If you liked the tutorial, if you thought it was easy, anything that you thought was hard to understand, ask me questions, anything you want to put in the comments, I'd love to hear it. And even if you didn't like it, let me know why. I'd like to know that too. Okay? Alright, you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. You'll have a good night. See ya.